Hey y'all, I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. I have not one camera angle, not two camera angles, but 3 camera angles set up. And that's because I thought I'd show you multicam editing in Premiere Pro. There's a couple pieces of information that I think are important for you to know as part of your setup. All of your cameras need to be recording at the same resolution and the same frame rate. So all of mine are recording at 1080p and 24 frames per second. One more piece of information, all of your cameras need to have audio, but one of them needs to have good audio. So I have a shotgun mic on this camera angle. Doing this will allow you to synchronize all of your camera angles together to the one camera that has the best audio. I really like using multicam editing in Premiere Pro if I'm doing something like editing a corporate video where they've shot in a studio with multiple cameras. That's when I find it the most useful. So let's get into it. As you can see, I have Premiere Pro open and I have all of the camera angles loaded into my project panel and ready to go. The first thing that I want you to do is create a new bin and then move all 3 of your camera angles into that bin. Then right click on it and go down to Create Multicam Source Sequence and click. This window is going to open up. The first thing to point out here is Synchronize Point. These are all the different ways that the computer will sync these 3 clips together. I want you to select Audio Track Channel 1. That is going to sync by the beginning of the audio clips. Come down here to Audio and you'll see Sequence Settings. These are the choices for how all 3 cameras are going to be synced together. I want to sync by the audio on camera 1 because that was my good audio. So I am going to select camera 1 and then click OK. As you can see in the project panel, we've created Cam 1 Multicam. I want you to right click on that, go all the way down to New Sequence from Clip. And there it is. You've created a sequence that is supposedly multicam, but as you can see, you only see camera 1 in the program monitor. What should we do about that? Go over to your button editor down here in the bottom of the program monitor, and you're going to see this one, multi-camera view. Drag it onto the program monitor, hit OK, and then turn it on. And there you have it. Within one sequence, Premiere has combined all 3 camera angles together. It's pretty cool. So here we have camera 1, camera 2, and camera 3. Something I want to point out, if you go down to the wrench down here, and then go down to Edit Cameras, you'll see that you can change the order of how your cameras appear in the program monitor. And you can even disable cameras if you've decided you really don't like that angle and you're not going to use it. Now, if you go to the program monitor, you can see that camera 1 is selected by this yellow box, and that is the camera angle that you see over here. The image on the right is what you are editing. It's your final sequence. If you select this camera angle, this is what you see. And if you select this camera angle, you can see that over here. You can also do this by pressing the numbers 1, 2, 3 on your keyboard. Another important feature that I want you to know is the way that you cut between these angles. It only works if your sequence is playing. If you've paused and you switch to a different camera angle, you're not going to make a cut. Let me show you what I mean. If I make a cut to camera angle 2 and I move the playhead, you can see here there's been no cut on the timeline. But if I put my playhead back, I want to start on camera 1. I press play, and then I decide I want to switch to camera 2, and then I decide I want to switch to camera 3, and then after a minute I want to switch back to camera 1. And then I press pause. You can see down here on the timeline, I have made cuts on my sequence. And those cuts show me which camera angle I'm switching to. I don't know if any of you have ever switched a live show before. I've done that when I used to work in corporate video, and this is kind of like live switching, which I think is kind of fun. Now, if you're going back through your sequence and you decide you don't like where you've made a cut, it's an easy fix. Go over to your toolbar. You're going to see the Ripple Edit tool. Press and hold, and I want you to select the Rolling Edit tool. And then you can go over to one of your cuts and you can shift it left or you can shift it right, and you can really fine tune it exactly where you want it to be. Also, let's say you like where an edit is, but you just want to switch the camera angle. You made a mistake on which camera you selected. Go over to the toolbar and click the selection tool. Select the part of the clip that you want to switch camera angles. So I have this little cut selected, and if you look up in the program monitor, you can see that's camera 3 with the yellow box, but I want to switch it to camera 1. All you have to do is select camera 1, and then you can see down here on the timeline, if you move the playhead and then you move it back, we're now on camera 1. Well, that's it for me. I hope this was helpful for you. It really does kind of remind me of live switching, which is something that I have done in the past. Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about this tutorial, or you can just give it a thumbs up if you'd like. If you'd like to see more, I hope you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.